So I'm starting off with my foundation, which is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, and I am in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. So I just dotted this all over my face, and then I'm going to blend out with a damp beauty blender. Then it is time to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. So I'm just taking my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly and just running that all over the eyelid. And then for eyeshadow, I'm going to go into my Morphe 35P palette. I'm taking a mixture of this light brown shade and dark brown shade. I'm using the Sigma E25 brush to run this through my crease. This palette unfortunately doesn't have names for the eyeshadows, so I can't give you guys a specific name for them, but if you have the palette or something similar, that will work. So I'm just blending this into the crease. As I was applying it with this brush, I don't know, I didn't really like how it looked, so I ended up going in with the E40 from Sigma just to kind of blend out the edges more, and this really helped blend and just kind of clean up the crease. Then I am taking this purple shade. Now this eyeshadow is really interesting because in some light it looks purple, but then when I apply it here on my eyelid it looks kind of like a brown. So I guess you could call it like a duochrome eyeshadow, but it just kind of changes colors in different light. So I'm just running this all over the eyelid with my Sigma E55 eye shading brush. Then I'm going in with this darker purple color. And I'm taking the e.l.f. crease brush and I'm using this to apply to the outer corner of my eyelid, and I'm also kind of applying it into the crease just a tiny little bit. After I have applied that, I'm just going to go take my Sigma E25 and blend out the edges, and while I'm blending I'm also going to pull it into the crease. Then I am taking this plum shade. This eyeshadow is a matte eyeshadow, and I'm just going to use the same crease brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to apply this to the outer corner. This is going to really give our eyeshadow look some depth and really going to darken it up. And after I've applied that, I'm just going to blend it out with the E25. I'm kind of pulling this color into the crease as well as I blend, and I'm just going to repeat this step on the other eye. Even though I blended with the E25, I still want to go back in with that E40 brush because I really like my edges to be clean and precise, and so I don't want anything too crazy, and just going in with the E40 brush to blend everything out will make sure that everything looks nice and clean. This palette doesn't really have a good skin tone highlight shade, so I am just going to mix this light shade and kind of skin tone color for my highlight. Then I'm taking my Real Techniques brush. I cannot think of the name of this brush. I'll have it in the description bar below. But I'm taking the purple shadow that we used on the lid, and I'm just running that along the lower lash line, starting at the inner part of the lower lash line and just running it across the entire lower lash line. And then using the same brush, I'm going to take the darkest purple color that we used, kind of the more plummy looking color, and it's the matte eyeshadow too. I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line on the outer corner, and I like to meet my corners, so I meet the lower lash line outer corner to the eyelid outer corner, and that just kind of makes everything go together nicely. Then I'm going in with MAC Vanilla. This has been a new favorite thing for me to do. I take this shadow on my E60 brush from Sigma and I apply it into the inner corner. Just really helps to brighten up the eyelid. Then for eyeliner, I'm taking this liquid liner from Maybelline. I can never remember the name of this eyeliner, but I am just going to run that across the entire upper lash line. I know it bothers you guys when you can see the fallout on my face from my eyeshadow, but I'm going to get that cleaned up when I go in to do concealer. Now I'm just going to do my eyebrows, and I have it shown you guys my eyebrow routine before. I just use the NYX eyebrow kit in the shade dark brown, and I just fill in my eyebrows like you would, and then I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills tinted brow gel in the shade chocolate to set my eyebrows. So then for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. This is a new purchase for me and I really like it. I want to do a review over on my blog, so I'll be doing that soon. But this mascara is really impressive. I have to say, it really lengthens my lashes like a lot and really adds volume. I'm very impressed. So then for concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I am in 115 Fair, and I'm going to clean up the eye area, get rid of all that fallout that bothers you guys. Somebody actually left a comment saying that it bothered them to see all the fallout on my face. I'm like, well, I cleaned it up with concealer, so why does it matter? So anyway, I'm going to take my beauty blender and just kind of clean up the edges and blend out my concealer. I like using the beauty blender to clean up the edges of my eyeshadow as well. This just kind of makes it look like I use like tape or something to really give that like a precise corner, if that makes sense. Then I am setting my face with my not my Real Techniques, with my Rimmel matte pressed powder. And then going with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and using the banana shade and lightest shade to set my under eye concealer, and then using the middle shade for contouring with a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I like to contour my cheekbones, my forehead, and my jawline, and I use this brush and then I go back in with the e.l.f. powder brush to blend everything out, because we want to look contoured, but we don't want to look like contoured, if that makes sense. So I'm going to blend everything out just to make it look soft and more natural. So as you guys can see, after blending out the contour, it really makes a difference and makes everything look more natural. So then for blush, I'm using Candid Coral from e.l.f. I believe this is part of the HD line. This is an old favorite of mine. I haven't used it for a really long time, and I'm just using the e.l.f. blush brush to apply. And then for highlighter, I'm using the new go-to of mine, which is Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics. It's amazing. I'm obsessed. I love it. So then for lipstick, I'm taking a Maybelline lipstick, and I cannot remember which lipstick I used. It'll be in the description bar. After lipstick, I line my lips with Tootsie Lippy Pencil from ColourPop, and then I used a Stila Lip Glaze. This is in the shade Banana Berry. I got this at Ulta a while ago, and I've had it for a while, so I'm not sure if they make it anymore. And then I'm just blending everything out with my finger, and that is it for this look.